No one is motivated every single morning to wake up and be fueled by just motivation, smashing through all of their tasks just on motivation. It doesn't happen. No matter how many successful people who say this, they're probably lying to you, because if you go and speak to most business owners, most of the top performers, they don't talk about being motivated. They don't talk about how motivation is the one thing that drives them and keeps them practicing their craft every single day and fighting through the blood, sweat, and tears. The only way to make consistent steps to grow in your life in areas such as your career, your personal life, or your relationships, maybe it's even your health and well-being, is through discipline. Being disciplined is the one trait that all successful business owners and successful people, the top performers in the world, all say that all of their actions go back to. It's being disciplined. It's not motivation, believe it or not. Motivation may be the thing that you might feel in the morning, one day, a week, sometimes, but actually it's in the moments where you don't want to do the thing, but actually do it anyway through discipline, is the thing that actually gets you to the next level. Especially if you're a top performer, to be able to get to, the peak, you're gonna have to be disciplined. We hear this from all of the best athletes in the world. The best thing that I think about discipline is that it can be grown. We all have discipline to a degree, otherwise we wouldn't get out of bed in the morning. We would just sit there because we have no discipline to get ourselves out of bed and get on with the day. But not everyone has discipline to the levels that we would most likely like. We'd love it if we could have the discipline of Oprah or Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, or someone really, really successful. That's someone who we wish that we could have their discipline levels. But obviously they didn't even start like that. They had to grow their own discipline. The only way to make ourselves more disciplined is through the act of pushing ourselves to become more disciplined. You're not going to become it naturally. It's something that you're really going to have to test yourself and challenge yourself and push yourself through the ringer to get to that next level. And that usually comes through making ourselves accountable. So when we fail, we have to take responsibility for failing because we didn't have the discipline to say no to that cake when we may want to, in our overall goal, have more muscles and less fat. Having discipline is being able to say no to that and staying committed until your body gets yourself into the position that you actually want it to be in. We often hear of people who struggle with discipline and they're not necessarily sure of how to have more discipline, how to push themselves to actually grow. And the way to make yourself tougher, the answer to all of that is the philosophy, the mindset of having 1% better every day. The switch in our mindset that we get when we decide that we're going to become 1% better every single day is that we can accept it. We can say, you know what, okay, 1% is not a big amount. I'm sure that everyone who's watching this today can say, yes, today I can be 1% better. Usually when we say we're going to do something, like we're going to start a business, we're going to get better at our job, we're going to become a healthier version of ourselves, we go straight away to the extreme ends, the big things that kind of put us into fear, where we have to take go leaps and bounds. And what we do is we just conjure up this big situation in our head and we give up. We stop because we go, I can't do that, that's too much. We break ourselves before we've even got started. You always have to crawl before you can walk, before you can jog, then run. But most people usually go straight to jogging or running. 1% better every single day is so small that you can actually agree to it. So on this first day, you're going to be 1% better. Tomorrow, you're going to try and be 1% better than that 1%. And slowly over time, you'll start to build up these gains that actually have a big, big influence and impact upon your life. 1% better every single day is a simple mantra that you can have in your head that you just repeat every single day when you think about it. And, on a daily basis, this is just going to ensure that you stay on a steady path of consistency and growth. So I'll give you this example here for one specific area of your life. You could say that you're going to become 1% better every single day in your job by only working 20 minutes longer than the workday. So say you finish at 5 p.m, you're going to work to 5:20. Now this is only, a small little difference. It's only 20 minutes. It's not a big deal. However, leaving on the dot is not necessarily good if you want to build up discipline, because if you want to get ahead in life, it requires hard, long, tedious work. And so just 20 minutes extra is not a big deal. However, that little shift, that little swerve in terms of your mindset, over time, those 20 minutes can end up being 30 minutes and then 40 minutes and maybe even an hour. And before you know it, you're more disciplined. It's like lifting a weight. You're strengthening that disciplined muscle to the point where now you can actually work an hour and a half extra and not actually feel yourself being drained and tired and angry that you're working late at work. It's nothing to you. It's water off your back. And so the only way to get to that point is to just say, okay, today I'm going to work 20 minutes extra. And that's it. That's all you got to do. And then maybe the next day you decide to do it again. You don't have to do it every single day. You could choose something else for that 1% to improve your life. But that you get the kind of idea there where you start to naturally find yourself being actually stronger and more motivated to do those things, because discipline actually leads to motivation. Because people think that motivation is this thing, this magic energy that happens to you. That's not true. The way that you get motivation is through momentum. Let me say that again. Motivation, you get that through momentum. You get that from actually taking action. I'm sure that you've decided one day that you're going to become healthier, that you're going to go to the gym, and you say, oh, I'll do it. And you never do. But then one day you'll actually decide to eat healthy and maybe go for a run or lift some weights, and you feel incredible. And then you're motivated. Why? Because you actually did it. The only way to get started is to actually do it in the first place. Slowly, as you build up all of these habits of becoming better 1% every single day, you will become more disciplined. It's just a natural fact. It's gonna happen. Just try it over the next week and see what you feel. Try it for this week, challenge yourself, and then come back to this video in 7 days' time and write in the comments what actually changed. Did you actually become more disciplined? And I think you'll find that the answer is actually yes, you did. But it all comes down to that first point. The only way you will improve is just by having the mantra of 1% better every single day. Don't try and do something insane. Don't put yourself in the extreme ends. Just 1% better every day. Because after a year of doing 1% better every day, where do you think you're going to be? You're going to be in a crazy good spot compared to where you are today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a like and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because it really, really helps me out on this YouTube channel. It helps me out more than you would know. If there are some more other videos here on the screen that you may want to go ahead and watch, I've got one right here on habit building, which is really good also if you want to learn more about habits and how they can influence and impact your life. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all in my next video. Have a great day.